Today is June 7th. I'm Barbara, and this is Simon Says. To acknowledge that we are teaching on Treaty 6 land, I have come to the memorial at the Alberta Legislature. Together, we remember the children who suffered and died in the Canadian residential schools. Their stories must be written accurately in Canadian history so they will never be forgotten. Last week, we had some excellent participation in the workshops. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who were not able to come, I hope you'll join us this week for some fun and exciting events. This week, our workshops begin with an exciting presentation from Parks Canada. If you saw their presentation last semester, you know they give exciting and interesting presentations. This week, it will be a new presentation about wildlife in Alberta. I hope you all will join me at 1 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon to learn about the different wildlife in Alberta. On Wednesday, we will have our usual writing workshop, and of course, on Thursday, Conversation Club, where we have many volunteers joining us to chat with you. If you were not able to join us last week, remember there's a new Zoom link you can find on the SEC blog. I hope to see you there. June is Indigenous History Month in Canada. And this year, more than ever, it's more important to acknowledge the Indigenous peoples of Canada and their contributions to our society and the hardships they endured over the centuries. Indigenous people have been living on this land for over 10,000 years. White men first came to this land 500 years ago. Throughout these centuries, the Indigenous peoples have slowly been losing their language and their culture. In the 21st century, we aim to recognize and stop this injustice and support the Indigenous communities as they rebuild their culture, families, and well-being. In June, we will spend some time learning about the nations on Treaty 6 land. Last week, our student challenge was to share with us, how do you deal with stress? One way I deal with stress is going for a walk in the forest or in the Edmonton River Valley. There are so many great paths to explore. You can breathe in fresh air and listen to the birds. Susanna and her family also enjoy exploring the great outdoors. I invite you to complete the Flipgrid challenge from last week and share with us, how do you deal with stress and take care of your well-being? The theme this week of our online lesson is Write Well. This is an important theme as our semester is slowly coming to an end. If you want to work on your writing, join us in the writing workshop, but you can also make a one-on-one appointment with me, and I'm happy to give you advice. I have another challenge for you this week. Since our theme is about writing well, and we're talking about Indigenous stories, I'd like you to share with us a story from your culture. You can share it in writing, or you can use the Flipgrid challenge that you will find on the Student Engagement Center blog. Share with us a story that reflects your culture. Thanks! And this was Simon Says.